great job at the plate as far as just, giving us different looks, whether it's hitting the ball in the gap, putting a drag bunt down, push bunt. They have great speed, both of them do, so that's a huge part of, putting pressure on defenses and bringing corner infielders in to play the bunt, and that opens up holes as far as range and all that kind of stuff. So they've been a huge part of our offense, and we're hoping that they catch fire here going into the playoffs.
You guys have been pretty aggressive stealing bases. Yeah, you mentioned their speed. Andrew was a little more efficient looking at the numbers and less caught stealings than Andy, but just talk about the strategy there and how aggressive you've been with those guys.
Yeah, both of those guys are green light guys for us. Andrew, really thinks the game through and tries to, figure out what pitchers are doing as far as what pitches they're throwing and what counts and what their times are like to the plate and just kind of going from there. So Andy's more of a duck his head and run type guy, if you will. But both of them have great speed and really do well running the bases.
Yeah, you see the speed in the defensive side of the game too. Those are two key defensive positions that they've played all summer. How have you been pretty impressed with what they've done on that side of the ball?
Yeah, early on, we had Gutierrez playing a little bit of corner outfield, and we talked for a little bit, and he said that, in next year's plans for Indiana State that he more than likely would probably be playing center field, and so we've put him out there, and he's done a great job of running down balls gap to gap. Obviously, he has plus speed. I think he's like a 6'4" runner and a 60-yard dash. And then Andy DeJesus is very good up the middle, has very good hands, has good arm strength. The thing with him is he reads the baseball very well. There's certain times where, he comes and gets the ball very well. Other times he sits back a little bit, but, he's got a great arm when it's healthy, and, obviously going right down the middle there with center fielder and shortstop, those are huge parts of your defense, and they've been very consistent for us all summer long.
Okay. The other current Sycamore was Ethanarrison, one of your starting pitchers. What have you? How would you evaluate his summer?
No, he's done a great job. Ethan, is kind of a crafty guy. He definitely has some velocity, but he throws, his fastball and his breaking ball for strikes. Changeup also that he shows, and so he's very good at keeping hitters off balance, which is the key, in pitching. And he pitches to contact and lets, I know Andy tells him a lot, come on, man, give me ground balls, feed me. And so Ethan's done a great job of, letting his defense work and pitching to contact. And we hope he's got one more great appearance for us in the playoffs.
And Damon Olds is a future Sycamore. Thoughts on him? He said he mentioned, he's worn down a little bit. It's more work overall than he's had in his pitching career between the spring and the summer, but just worked on his off-speed pitch and that sort of thing. His change-up's gotten better, he said. Yeah,
Damon's got an interesting frame and an interesting arm slot. He's probably 6'4" righty that drops down, and he gets really good arm side run on his fastball. Slider's a good pitch. His tempo's been great, this summer. I saw him in the spring when he was pitching junior college baseball at Lincoln Trail, and he just got the ball, towed it, and got a sign and threw it. And when you get into a rhythm as a pitcher, it's always great for your defense. It keeps them locked into games. But I think he's going to do a really good job for Indiana State next year. I kind of foresee him being a one-inning guy for them, maybe a right-handed versus right-handed matchup type guy as far as coming out of their bullpen. But when you're dropping down arm angles and you're anywhere from 85 to close to 90 miles an hour, that's going to be very helpful for their bullpen next spring.
Okay, yeah, it's been a lot of fun having those guys as a key part of this record-breaking win total. Have you guys enjoyed, as a locker room, kind of enjoyed hitting that record? Or?
Yeah, we talked about it the other night. As far as records, they're set and then they're meant to be broken. Everybody's always looking to set a new record, whether it's a triathlon participant, somebody who's running the mile, wins in a season, home run record, RBI record, whatever the case may be. People are always looking to break those records, and so we were fortunate enough to have a great start to our season. I think we were 14-1 to start the summer, and we've just been a very consistent ball club throughout the course of the summer. So it's a great compliment to the team and our coaching staff. They've done a wonderful job, and it's a big tribute to them.